day, my friend asked me why I like Transformers so much, and I wasn't really sure how to answer. And it got me thinking, how did I get to this point? I mean, I have all the movies, I have action figures, box sets, even books. So I thought that I would make a video explaining why I like Transformers so much. I've actually gotten this question quite a bit from friends and family. I mean, they want to know why I like, a franchise that is catered to little boys. I mean, that's all it's catered to, right? Well, not exactly. Now, let's start off with how I got into Transformers in the first place. I'm not really sure what possessed me to buy the 2007 Transformers movie, but I bought it when I was just a tiny little freshman in high school. I had recently decided that I wanted to be a movie director, so maybe I just wanted to buy cool action movies. Or it could have possibly just been because Shia LaBeouf from Even Stevens was in the movie. So I watched it, and I was absolutely blown away, to say the least. The CGI was so impressive. It looked like the robots were really there. And the transformations, oh my gosh, the words can't even explain how just incredibly amazed I was by them. And I remember watching this certain scene and just like getting the chills. Check it out. The premise was just so cool to me. Robots that can transform? How is that not cool? Even if you don't like these movies, you have to admit that the animation is really impressive. So much time and effort went into each and every robot, so much detail. One artist from Industrial Light and Magic, which created all the CGI for the movies, said that Optimus Prime alone was composed of over 10,000 pieces. That's a lot. These action scenes over and over again, but it's time to move on. Another reason why I love Transformers is because of the story. You won't find a ton of depth in the live action movies, but I learned this as I continued digging deeper into the mythology of Transformers and getting more interested in it. If you can handle watching old cartoons, I would definitely suggest watching the old Generation 1 Transformers cartoon, which is the first, cartoon of Transformers. Came out in 1984. I was -12 years old. This cartoon helps you learn a lot about the backstory of the Transformers. Plus, the characters get way more on-screen time than they ever probably will in the live-action movies. I won't go into too much detail about the mythology. If you are really interested, you'll check it out yourself. Next, I just really like all of the characters. There are so many different Autobots and Decepticons, and most of them have at least one likable quality about them. You know, you've got the awesome leader who just wants peace, the totally cool bad guy, their arch enemies, the lovable sidekicks, the comic relief. Okay, let's forget about those two. But they're just all so cool. Maybe someday I'll make a list of my favorite Autobots and Decepticons if you guys are interested. Now, let's digress a little bit back to cartoons. I will openly admit that I have not watched all of the old cartoons. You know, it's hard to find box sets of them at stores, and also they took it off of Netflix. So, that kind of stinks. But, there is one cartoon that I have watched every episode of multiple times, and that is Transformers Prime. I actually stumbled upon this show kind of on accident. I think it popped up on my YouTube feed one day, and I just clicked it and started watching it, and I was just amazed. It's like, is this a cartoon? It's just, well, where to start? It has so much depth that you hardly ever see in cartoons. It's really story-driven, and it's a lot darker. It has a darker tone than pretty much any cartoon you'll see. And I just really appreciate that aspect of it because it makes it enjoyable for, you know, people above the age of 7 to watch. And also the animation is amazing for a cartoon. I mean, it's CGI animated and it just looks great. I'm just always so impressed with it. Plus, it also dives into a lot of mythology of the Transformers, and the human characters never take center stage, unlike some movies. But anyways, how about I show you a couple of clips just to show you how well made and how much action is in this cartoon.
Anything else?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All hail Starscream!
I can't hear you!
All hail Starscream!
One more time!
One last thing that I really like are the comic books. I'm slowly creating a little collection of comics, but they're hard to find in my area. Well, pretty much impossible to find. I have to go to like secondhand comic shops, stuff like that to find any. But it's just another fun way to explore the mythology and also just look at the different art styles of the comics. I mean, comics are like such a cool form of art style, and I don't think people really appreciate it anymore. Well, I hope that this video helped explain why I, an 18-year-old female, like Transformers. Well, you know, some people just aren't gonna like it. I mean, everyone has their own opinions of things, but I like this, and that's just who I am. And, you know, everyone's a fan of something, so I could go in a lot more depth about why I'm such a big fan, but I'd have to make a feature-length movie for that. So, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope I helped kind of explain all of this. And so, as always, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!